very pleased not to be joined here in San Francisco by the one and only, the dashing, the debonair, somebody like me who I think looks at life in a very literal perspective. And that is Kirk Cousins. Kirk, thanks so much for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Good to be here.
I interviewed you about a decade ago in Houston at the Super Bowl. And I was working in San Antonio at the time, and I got all this grief because I didn't ask you about the Spurs. So I do want to know, who's your favorite Spur of all time that isn't one of the big three?
How about Bryn Forbes? He went to Michigan State.
Okay.
So I got to support that. Man, I got to think of Sean Elliott.
It's a great one. Yeah.
Yep.
He's a Wildcat on the Sun Devil, so we don't really.
Steve Kerr was a Spur for a little bit.
He was.
That was kind of my comp for a while when I was a high school basketball player with Steve Kerr. So
pretty good comp.
Those are some Spur names. I played in the Alamo Dome.
In
college, in college, in the
the
Alamo Bowl, we played in the Alamo Dome, which was the original home of the Spurs.
I know this, Kirk. So that day, you were promoting something to do with the Puppy Bowl, and I asked you what your ideal trait was in a dog. What do you think you said? And what would you say?
Did I say no shedding?
No. That's a great answer. I have 2 hypoallergenic dogs, so I appreciate that.
My trait would be no shedding. Did I say calm?
No, you didn't.
Did I say loyal? Smart?
You said loyalty. Yeah.
Loyalty?
I've told that story a billion times. It's kind of cool to bring it full circle. So every night, my son is 4 years old, and we sing Jesus Loves Me.
Yeah.
Jesus Loves All the Children. And I always think about that scene from Quarterback when you're singing your children.
Yeah. And
so I want to know, what is your, very famously a singer, what is your, or what was, could be still, your favorite song to sing, whether you enjoyed it or you felt like you were naturally talented at it, and then your least favorite. Like
just period.
Yeah.
Favorite
to
sing.
It could be a gospel song, it could be a pop song, whatever you want. But favorite and least favorite.
Oh, man. Okay. Least favorite song to sing ever is the Gwen Stefani song about bananas.
Okay.
I hate that song.
Okay.
My favorite song to sing, there's so many options.
Right.
Oh, I mean, it's hard to pick one. I'm going to a concert tonight of the Killers. Okay. So I'm going to say Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
The Killers.
You could do. Somebody told me he's a great one from the Killers.
So good. Yeah. So good. But I mean, there's like 73 songs I can give you right now that are all tied for first.
You don't have to. That's okay. But I do appreciate it, and I appreciate the vocal skills. I also appreciate how much you appreciate everybody. Like you treat everybody like a neighbor. You're kind of the NFL's Mr. Rogers.
I need the cardigan to go with it.
Yeah, well, I'm a half-zip guy myself. You know what I mean? We can park our cars in the same garage. But what do you got going on with Rocket as it relates to San Francisco and the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm here with Rocket. You know, a lot of respect for what they've built, and you know, the Super Bowl is all about bringing people together. Rocket's trying to do that. They got to have one of the coolest activations ever set up here at the Super Bowl experience with the crowd they've got gathered and all the fun going on. So it's just fun to be here, and I know that they're big right now on, you know, neighbors and being neighborly and being a good neighbor. And as you mentioned, Mr. Rogers, and we've kind of lived the truth of having great neighbors and trying to be a great neighbor. In Minnesota, I had the greatest neighbor in our country. Family, he just was always willing to help. He plowed my driveway, shoveled my sidewalks, helped however he could. And we have great neighbors as well since moving to Atlanta. So we've been the benefits of great neighbors, and Rocket Mortgage is big believers in that.
I love that. I've got 2 last ones for you, Kirk. The first is, you're well into your NFL career at this point in time. And I also loved what you said in that series about how when your dad was like, I think you could be All-State, how you were like, oh my gosh, like that was like the peak dream you could possibly have. At what point, whether it was in your NFL career or if you practiced it, did you land on a signature that you liked? Where you were like, this is the move. This is
I'd probably say like early college. They used to take us to the local shopping mall, and we had to sign posters. Even though we were nobodies, we would sign posters, and you kind of had to figure something out at that point. And I remember seeing my mom's signature and the way she signed her checks, and I thought, okay, I'll sign like my mom. She would sign my notes, like when I had to go to school late or something, she'd sign it. So I basically copied my signature off my mom's.
I love that. You've had to change the number, though, so that, you know, it's adjusted the way you've done things a few different times.
That's right.
Okay, last one. This is a bit of a selfish question, but so I cover the NFL. You and I basically give the same amount physically to every NFL Sunday.
Sure, of course.
But I'm a man of faith as well as you are, if that isn't obvious. And I struggle throughout the year, can't be in church on Sundays, just because of my line of work. You experience that as well. So what's your process? Like, is it a devotional? Is it like a weekly thing? Do you have a certain because Wednesdays are, something. Some people go to Saturday service. I
Sure.
imagine you do chapel, obviously, stuff like that.
Yep.
But for someone who can't conventionally go on Sunday,
Yeah.
what's your kind of approach in that respect?
Yeah, we do have chapel on Saturday nights, and depending on the team I was on, we would have a Bible study of sorts during the week with guys in the locker room
Right.
at some point during the week, maybe Friday morning or a Monday night, whatever it may be. Tuesday I try to take off and kind of be my weekend and be my rest time. But yeah, it's kind of a season of life right now where Sundays are going to be a little different, especially in the fall. And I am looking forward when I'm done playing to being able to get Sunday morning back and be able to be at my local church.
I love that. I love the phrase "season of life." That's a great one, Kirk. You're the man.
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see what else you got going on
Yeah.
in the future. And go Spurs, go!
Good catching up. Go Spurs, go! A lot of respect for their organization and what they've done. We got to get them back to that altitude.
That's right.
Wemby should help.
He's at that altitude.
He should help.
Yeah,
right.